Hello everybody, so I'm continuing my Pink Floyd reviews with their ninth studio album, Wish You Were Here, released in September 1975. As you can see, it comes with the original sleeve, and then of course the famous cover that we all know. It's inside this thing. Man on fire, shaking hands with a businessman. Such an iconic album cover, just brilliant. Of course, this was the follow-up to Dark Side of the Moon, and and I think they followed up Dark Side of the Moon with just an equally brilliant album. It's another one of those albums that's it's regarded as one of the greatest. Again, not my favourite Pink Floyd album, as you know. I mean, it's in the top 5 Pink Floyd albums for me, definitely, along with Dark Side of the Moon. But I did say when I reviewed Piper at the Gates of Dawn, I said that was my favourite. But yeah, this is just amazing. So this album was a tribute to Syd Barrett, and he actually visited them in the studio when they were working on this album. He just turned up unexpectedly, and none of the band members actually recognised him at first because he looked so different. He'd put on weight, he'd even shaved his head and his eyebrows. They literally had no idea who it was. But then eventually they realised it was Syd Barrett. And so yeah, this, although obviously Syd's not on this album, his presence is felt on here. And yeah, just a great tribute for such a legend who had such a short-lived career. So we're going to go through the track listing. There's only 5 songs on here, but they're quite long. So it starts off with Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 1 through 5, and this is just excellent. I mean, it's long. It's long, but it's great. It's the lyrics are absolutely lovely. The David Gilmour's guitar tone on here is good as well. And the lyrics are basically about Syd Barrett. So yeah, great track, great way to begin the album. Second track is Welcome to the Machine, another great track. And then Have a Cigar, which is actually sung by Roy Harper, because none of the members of Pink Floyd could actually get the vocals quite right. David Gilmour struggled to sing it, Roger Waters struggled to sing it, and even Rick Wright. I think they all struggled to sing it. So Roy Harper just happened to be visiting the studio, and they let him, and yeah, he sang it and did a great job. And then we get the title track, Wish You Were Here, which is absolutely beautiful. Great acoustic guitar, great vocals by David Gilmour. And yes, this song's also about Syd Barrett, and it's just wonderful. And then it ends with Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 6 through 9. So, which is also great. It's basically just a continuation of the first track. But yeah, Wish You Were Here is a great album. I think it's equally as great as Dark Side of the Moon. It's sometimes it can be quite rare, to follow up a really big successful album with an album that's equally as successful. But yeah, Pink Floyd, they mastered that. And this wouldn't be the only time. I mean, they followed this up with 2 more classic albums. So yeah, I'm going to give Wish You Were Here, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. I did include this in my one of my top 10 perfect albums lists. I did say this album was perfect, and it is. So yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. What else could I give it? I know some would argue that maybe Welcome to the Machine could be the weakest track, but I've always liked it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that review. My next Pink Floyd review will be on Animals. So I'll see you then.